Beloved son, precious daughter, listen carefully. This message is not for just anyone. It's for those who have already been silenced by pain. For those who carried their voice stuck in their throat because of fear, shame, or exhaustion. For those who once tried to scream but were not heard. For those who spoke bravely one day but were silenced with contempt. If you've ever felt like your presence was uncomfortable, that your truth was frightening, that your faith was disturbing, then listen to me. You're about to hear what heaven has to say directly to your heart. Because what you've lived through until now was not just persecution. It was a spiritual attempt to extinguish the sound of what I myself deposited inside you. But today, with all the authority of my love, I declare, hell tried to silence your voice, but it failed. And now the time has come to recover the sound, the courage, the presence, and the mission that were asleep in your soul. How many times did you stay quiet to avoid problems? How many times did you swallow words that were alive inside you because you felt no one wanted to hear them? How many times did you try to fit in, to hide what you felt, to pretend everything was okay just so you wouldn't be labeled as dramatic, excessive, or out of place? I saw every one of those situations. I was there, very close, even when you thought I had pulled away. I saw when you prayed silently, your face soaked with tears on the pillow. I saw when your soul screamed and no one noticed. I saw when you wanted to disappear because it seemed like nothing from you was valued. But listen, your voice is too precious to be buried by pain. Your story is too powerful to be reduced to silence. Hell tried to silence you because it knew and still knows the impact of every word that flows from your heart aligned with mine. Your voice is not just sound. Your voice is presence. It is spiritual influence. It is a prophetic channel. When you speak the truth, something moves. When you pray, heaven listens and hell trembles. When you minister, comfort, counsel, sing, write, intercede, there is freedom in motion. That's why the attack came. It wasn't about your ordinary words. It was about your anointing. It was about your essence. It was about the source where your words are born. Hell fears the origin of your voice, not its volume, because you speak from the spirit, not from the flesh. That's what disturbs the kingdom of darkness the most. It tried to break your confidence. It tried to distort your identity. It tried to shame you, expose you, isolate you, but it failed. Because while the world saw silence, I saw rebirth. While the world saw surrender, I saw preparation. While the world forgot you, I called you by name. And here you are, standing, even with the marks of what tried to silence you. Your silence wasn't cowardice. It was survival. It was strategy. It was refuge. But now it's time to leave that hiding place. It's time to release the voice that was anointed to heal, to lift up, to proclaim. It's time to recover your place, not out of pride, but out of mission. Because there are lives waiting for the sound of your obedience. There are hearts that need your testimony. There are dark rooms that will only be lit when your story is told. I didn't hide you forever. I hid you to form you. Now I myself expose you, not to wound you, but to use you. And whoever hears you will feel that something different flows in you. They will feel my spirit flowing through your words, because your voice is not just yours. It's part of my message to the world. Remember the moments when they tried to silence you with religious arguments, with human rules, with spiritual manipulation? They tried to convince you that it wasn't your place to speak, minister, lead. And you shrunk back thinking it was humility, but today I tell you that wasn't humility, it was a prison. And I didn't create you to live imprisoned. I called you to freedom. I gave you authority. I equipped you with gifts that are not for decoration. They are tools of the kingdom. And when you deny your voice, you stop fulfilling your role in the body. But today I set you free. I break the covenant of silence. I undo the vows of spiritual timidity. And I give you back the confidence that fear tried to steal. Lift your head, take a deep breath, speak again, because I am in every word that is born from your communion with me. Maybe you've heard phrases that still echo inside. You're not good enough. You talk too much. Who do you think you are to say that? Those words, my son, my daughter, were arrows, were spears against your identity. They were attempts from the enemy to disfigure your worth. But listen, none of those judgments came from me. I do not compare you. I do not diminish you. I do not censor you. I lift you up. I heal you. I give you new words, and these will no longer be bitter. They will be sweet like honey, alive like fire, deep like the waters of the Spirit, because now your mouth becomes an altar. Your voice becomes a bridge, your story becomes a testimony, and what was once trauma will now be ministry. Even if you still feel fear, even if your voice still trembles, even if some still don't take you seriously, do not fear. I am with you. I am your rear guard. I am your advocate. I am your strength. And when you're rejected, remember, I was too. When they don't listen to you, remember, not everyone listened to the prophets. When they mock your surrender, remember, they also mocked the cross. But do not stop. Do not stay silent. Do not retreat. Because the Spirit who dwells in you is stronger than all the voices trying to silence you. Where there is darkness, your word will be a lamp. Where there is pain, your voice will be a balm. Where there are lies, your truth will be a sword. Because I myself have anointed your tongue with truth and placed fire on your lips, just as I did with Isaiah, so that you don't just speak beautiful words, but words that cut the chains of the soul and set captives free. So go without fear, go without shame, go with your eyes fixed on heaven and your feet grounded in the word. Because the voice I gave you is not noise, it is direction, it is response, it is comfort, it is spiritual warfare, and whoever tries to silence you again won't be fighting you, they'll be fighting me. And I myself will be your defender. I will go before you like a wind that knocks down walls and clears the webs of lies. I will open the ears of those who need to hear you. I will shut the mouths of those who mock your faith. Because when I raise someone up, no tongue rises against them unpunished. From today on, your voice will become a seed in dry lands. Where there is desert, you will make hope sprout. Where there is mourning, you will announce resurrection. Where there is doubt, your word will be faith. Where there is abandonment, your presence will be my embrace. Where there are muffled cries, your voice will be the echo of heaven's comfort. And if the day comes when you feel weak again, if the moment comes when you doubt what you carry inside, just remember, I chose you, I upheld you, I anointed you, and I do not take back what I give. My calling is irrevocable, my anointing is permanent, my love is eternal. So even if tears try once again to silence your boldness, lift your head, breathe deeply, and speak again. Because every time your voice rises in truth, heaven moves and darkness retreats. Every time you open your mouth with faith, it's as if trumpets resound over the valleys of despair, announcing, here there is life. Every time you choose not to stay silent, even if your body trembles, even if you cry, even if you're alone, I come near and say, I am here, let's go together. There's no veil between us anymore. There are no more barriers between your pain and my presence. Now your voice is a bridge between human weakness and divine strength. Use it with reverence, with love, with freedom. Because from this day on, everything that flows from you will carry my breath. And the world will know that your voice does not come from pride, does not come from flesh, does not come from vanity. It comes from heaven. And it will be heard, it will be felt, it will be remembered, because your voice will be a living reminder of my care for my children. So now, my child, I want you to understand this. Your healing is not only for you, it's a door for others to walk through. What you've overcome becomes a testimony that unlocks freedom for those still trapped. Your breakthrough is contagious when you choose to walk in it boldly. You've often asked, why did I go through that? You wondered why the pain had to cut so deep, but now I show you it wasn't in vain. It prepared your hands to bind wounds with gentleness. It trained your ears to recognize silent cries others cannot hear. There is weight in your words now. Not the weight of pressure, but the weight of substance. Your voice carries experience, scars, mercy, and insight. You won't speak theory, you'll speak life. And when you do, the atmosphere will shift because you're not repeating what you've heard, you're revealing what you've lived. You've become a vessel, not of perfection, but of purpose. And vessels like you are dangerous to the enemy because you no longer need applause to feel worthy. You no longer require a crowd to validate your voice. You've learned to speak, even if only I am listening. But I am sending people who will hear you, people who have prayed in desperation for a word, and the answer will come through your mouth, not with eloquence, but with truth, not with performance, but with presence. Don't wait until you feel flawless to begin. Don't wait until every question is answered. Faith doesn't bloom in control, it grows in surrender. And your surrender will lead others home. There are doors that will open simply because you spoke. There are chains that will fall simply because you said yes. Do not underestimate the power of obedient words, the kind that echo in hearts long after your mouth has closed. Speak what is real. Speak what cost you something. Speak what pierced you, what refined you, what made you cry in the night but still choose light in the morning. You're not just a messenger. You're a living message. You are my letter to the broken, written not with ink, but with endurance. Even your weaknesses will become rivers of grace. When you say, I understand, it won't be pity, it will be truth. You'll walk into rooms where no one sees themselves as valuable, and your voice will restore what shame erased. You carry the sound of mercy, not cheap comfort, but costly hope. Hope that survived storms, hope that waited in silence, hope that rose again when nothing made sense. So walk with compassion, not superiority. Let your authority come from love, not control. Let your tone carry gentleness, not pride, because the ones I will send to you are not looking for religion, they're searching for rest. Be real with them. Don't hide your process. Don't wear a mask of perfection. They will trust your truth, not your polish. They will lean into your honesty, not your performance. When you feel afraid to speak, remember, you're not standing alone. I am with you in every word. I am the breath behind your sentences, the peace between your pauses. Sometimes you won't need to say much. Your silence, when led by me, can carry more power than 1,000 empty phrases. Discernment will grow in you. You'll know when to speak and when to stay still. You'll notice things others overlook. A glance, a sigh, a trembling hand. You'll see them, and you'll respond with divine timing. Not rushed, not forced, but with heaven's cadence. There will be times when your voice is not loud, but it will always be clear. Even when you whisper truth, it will land like thunder in hearts prepared to receive it. Do not compare your sound to anyone else's. Some are called to roar, others to weep, some to teach, others to sing, but all of them are part of the same breath, the breath of life I've placed inside my people. Comparison is a thief of joy. Do not chase their sound, cultivate yours. What I planted in you is unique, and it will reach places their voice cannot. There will be rooms where your accent is unfamiliar, where your background is questioned. But your authenticity will speak louder than your credentials. Your love will outrun their suspicion. Your voice will be a map for the lost, a light for the confused, a hand for the isolated. You will not speak to impress. You will speak to impact. Sometimes you'll cry while you speak. That's not weakness, it's overflow. It means you still feel, you still care, you still burn with compassion. I am restoring the joy of your voice. You will no longer dread the sound of your own heart. You will no longer edit yourself to make others comfortable. You will speak as one fully alive, and when opposition rises again, as it will, you will not panic. You will remember who sent you. You will remember the altar from which your words are born. I will give you dreams that confirm your assignment. I will send people who say, that's exactly what I needed to hear. I will open your eyes to see that your voice is not in vain. And even when you don't see fruit right away, do not grow weary. Some seeds take longer to sprout, but they grow into trees that never fall. Let every word you speak come from the place of communion with me, not rushed by pressure, not driven by performance, but birthed in the stillness of my presence. Because when you speak from stillness, you carry my sound, and my sound never returns empty. It always accomplishes what I send it for. Your voice, my child, was never just about volume, it was always about alignment. And now that your heart is aligned, your voice will shake foundations. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not insignificant. You are a voice I have raised for such a time as this. So speak again. Sing again, declare again, because the sound of your obedience will become the melody of my move among the people.